This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard-Speaker.
For your information, the Commission on Economic Opportunity is looking for help as they try to make it a happy Thanksgiving for as many people in our area as possible. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information. My name is Ken Karen. I'm set, so let's do this. Here's your local headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard-Speaker. An attorney who was very involved with the City of Hazleton's Illegal Immigration Relief Act is now serving on President-elect Donald Trump's transition team. Attorney Chris Kobach helped to write and defend the IIRA. Kobach is currently the Secretary of State in Kansas. His name has been mentioned as a possible nominee for U.S. Attorney General or Director of Homeland Security. A longtime West Hazleton councilman has stepped down. Councilman Mark Yeager stepped down earlier this week after serving the borough for 11 years. Yeager resigned for work-related reasons. He was presented with a proclamation at Tuesday's council meeting. Council voted unanimously to appoint local businessman Henry Kreisel to fill Yeager's seat. Lou Picelli was appointed council president. A Hazleton area high school junior saved her brother from choking thanks to skills she learned in school. Marlon Romaldo of Hazleton is a junior in the health assistant program. She took a day-long CPR class offered to students at the Hazleton Area Career Center. She was home with her 7-year-old brother Alexander when a piece of a toy he was playing with got lodged in his throat. She performed an abdominal thrust on him and the toy popped out. While she was scared, Marlon says she knew she could help him thanks to the training she received. The Thanksgiving holiday is 1 week from today, and that means that one agency in our area is pulling out all the stops to make sure everyone will enjoy a holiday dinner. Lisa Sugart has more.
I'm very pleased to welcome back to our studios Chris Stamatopoulos. She is the Hazleton manager for the Commission on Economic Opportunity. A very busy office all year round, but especially this time of the year. Chris, thank you for taking a few minutes to come out. I know you're overwhelmed with what's going on, but you are preparing for a very big distribution this Saturday.
We are. Thank you for having me. It's important that we get the word out. We always need volunteers and donations, and we need the people to know that we're there to help them. That's important that we get that out. So on Friday we will do our bag prep, and we're very fortunate. We have volunteers from Highmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield and PPL and a number of community volunteers who will come to our site, and they will prepare over 3,000 bags for us to distribute beginning Saturday morning.
Wow, and you told me that the need is growing substantially every year. So how many did you have last year that needed help, and how many this year?
The need last year, we registered 1,111. Right now we're over 1,000, so I anticipate we will exceed that number. We will continue to register people until, Friday night when we close. And then Saturday morning we'll have all those numbers, and I anticipate it will be higher this year.
Now you get a lot of food donated through the Weinberg Food Bank for this meal for Thanksgiving, but this isn't all you need, because once Thanksgiving's over, the shelves are bare.
That is so true. There is a heightened awareness at the holidays, and people are giving, and we do appreciate that. We get our food through the Weinberg Food Bank, as do the agencies, all of the food pantries in this area, and many, many donations, and we rely on those donations as well. Even though, it may not be in time for Thanksgiving, our pantry is open year-round, so we happily accept anything anyone has. If they had canned goods left over after the holidays, we would be happy to take those. And at the end, I'll save my phone number, and you can call, and we will arrange to get a food donation. But absolutely, we need food year-round, so it's important that people keep that in mind. It's not just for the holidays.
And if people maybe are busy and they don't have the time to go out and get food to donate, they can make a monetary contribution to help.
Absolutely. We will. We take donations, of course. You can mail them to CEO at 100 West Broad Street, Suite 11, Hazleton, PA 18201.
And who do they make the check out to?
They can make the check out to the Weinberg Food Bank or to CEO.
Alrighty.
And the funding will stay local. I know that is important to a lot of our funders, and you know that will be. We will keep the funding local.
Well, if you can help out by donating food or volunteer your time for any of the other projects that are going on through CEO, give Chris a call. And Chris, your number is?
570-455-4994, extension 103.
Please, if you can help, give her a call, and if you can help all year round, that would be great as well. But let's make sure this is a wonderful Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year for everyone in need.
Thanks, Lisa. Well, news schmooze, let's get to the pizza. Did you know that Frankie's Pizza Express is now bringing their boxed cold pizza to your door? And you have a chance to win a box of 12 slices of Frankie's cold pizza with their signature sauce and cheese blend, baked fresh all day with no preservatives. Call us now at 570-459-9813, extension 104. Leave your name and number, and one name will be drawn at random to win. You must pick up your prize at Frankie's by the close of business on Sunday, and be sure to check out the delivery schedule for Frankie's Express on their Facebook page. From pizza to pianos, our local history segment is about a man who made pianos in Hazleton and designed his own mausoleum. It's an interesting story. Stay tuned. In sports, Dave Seaman from the Standard Speaker and I will talk Marion volleyball, high school basketball, and Penn State football.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Pleased to welcome back Charles McElwee. He is a member of the Board of Directors with the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum, and always here with some interesting little tidbits of history from days gone by. I did not realize there was a piano factory in Hazleton. If I did, I didn't remember. So this is kind of the focus of today's segment.
Yes, there was a piano factory in Hazleton, well regarded, and it was located on Chestnut Street, right behind where the Blue Comet was and where some people may remember where the railroad station was off of Church Street. But it operated starting in the 1880s through the 1920s, and it was the Kelmer Piano Factory, operated by Peter Kelmer, who was really a jack of all trades in the Hazleton area. He had immigrated to Hazleton as a child from Germany in the early 1800s. Settled in Hazleton, was a slate picker in Stockton, making only 28 cents for a 12-hour shift. And he went from that to expressing an interest in photography. He was an apprentice for various trades, and he ended up expressing an interest in piano making. And in addition to his piano work, he was, believe it or not, also an architect. So he has an incredible story, and you can actually see one of his pianos in the Hazleton Museum on North Wyoming Street.
Wow. And you told me, too, that there's an interesting tidbit about his grave and that he designed his own grave. Tell us the unique twist on that.
Right. So for, I guess, the architectural component of his life, he built his own house on Maple Street. And when he looked out of this, if you look out of his house, you see the Vine Street Cemetery. He actually designed his own mausoleum that he is buried in the Vine Street, and when you stand at the mausoleum, you're looking directly at the house, which was later owned by the Gormley family, and many people remember Gene Gormley, longtime president of the Hazleton Historical Society. But a historic, beautiful home that he designed that, as well as Zion Evangelical Church, which is located on Locust Street. So really an incredible story, just one of those great, one small component to the many interesting tidbits we learn about the Hazleton area and the people who contributed to its story.
We often hear about the American dream, and Charles tells us about a lot of people who came here to Hazleton to live that American dream. If you want to know more, please stop by the Greater Hazleton Historical Society and Museum. You'll learn a lot about our past.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
This weekend looks interesting weather-wise. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, mostly clear. We'll have a low of 39 degrees with a north wind around 5 miles per hour. Friday looks sunny and nice. We'll have a high of 62 degrees. At night, it will be clear with a low in the mid-40s. On Saturday, 30% chance of showers mainly after 4 p.m. Mostly sunny, high of 58 degrees. Saturday night, up to a 50% chance of rain showers before 10 a.m. Then a chance of rain and snow showers between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. and then a slight chance of snow after 11 p.m. Mostly cloudy. We'll have a low of 30 degrees. Sunday, 40% chance of rain and snow showers, mostly cloudy, high of 37. And then Sunday night, 30% chance of snow showers, low of 25, and it will be very windy. On Monday, mostly sunny. We're only going to get up to 35 degrees. Monday night, partly cloudy, very cold, low of 25.
The organization is called the Friends of Schuylkill Parks and Recreation, and I am pleased to be joined by the man who is the president of that group. He is also the recreation manager for the borough of Schuylkill Haven. He is BJ Folk, and here with a rather unique fundraising idea. You said this has been done in Alaska and other places, but now it's coming to Pine Grove.
It is coming to Pine Grove in Schuylkill County. I can't take all the credit. My vice president, Craig Morgan, came up with the idea. He stole it from Alaska and North Dakota. We're taking a porcupine crib and putting it in the center of Sweet Arrow Lake. When it gets 5 inches thick, and like I told you, I said hopefully it doesn't get that thick because that means we have a hard, cold winter. But if we do, it's going to be 5 inches thick, putting it out in the middle of the lake. When it falls through the ice, when it cracks and goes through the ice and all the way through, someone's going to win a prize. They do it out in Alaska. They do it in North Dakota with trucks and with vehicles. Something unique and different, and something we wanted to bring to Schuylkill County, especially not just for the outdoors people, but also young people that are around there. They can go out and look and see if that is slowly going to creeping down below the ice level. And guess what? You can win a prize with it as well.
Now, you're doing this to raise the money, but to also raise awareness of the many parks and programs that are available in Schuylkill County.
Correct. The Friends of Schuylkill Parks and Recreation is a fundraising group for county-owned properties. Like Sweet Arrow Lake, everybody associates that to Sweet Arrow Lake. We have many other properties, one out in West Penn and East Brunswick Township that we're trying to develop into a recreational facility. We also have trails and other areas that we're helping, the Blackwood Trail and things like that we're donating money towards. So any county-owned recreation property is what we fundraise for. Sweet Arrow Lake just happens to be the biggest one and the most popular one, so we do give quite a bit of money to that. So we're trying to make awareness that this group is available for donations, for volunteerism, for anything that is county park and recreation related. And we're in our 10th, almost 11th year of existence, and now we want to get more people involved in what we're trying to do. It's not just the core group anymore.
Now, for people who are watching that want to get involved in this fundraiser, how do they make their predictions? What do they do, and how much is it?
It is $5, and you get 3 chances, which is pretty good for $5. You pick a day and an AM or PM. Right now, we're just sticking with AM, PM, and it's 50% of it goes to the Friends of, 50% goes back to the winner. Multiple winners will split the cost, obviously. But you can either contact me at my office, 570-385-1313. You can send it to our P.O. Box, which is P.O. Box 971 in Pottsville, or send it to our Vice President's place, which is 1537 Panther Valley Road in Pine Grove, 17963. And it's a unique and great experience, something we're excited to have at the park, but also have people getting involved.
Now, you're hoping everybody gets them in by November 30th is the deadline, unless you don't have ice by then.
Hopefully we don't have ice by then. Yeah, we want to get everybody in by November 30th if possible. However, if there's no ice, we'll take some afterwards. But please, if you could postmark it by November 30th, that would be great.
All right, so this is a really cool idea for fundraising and for you to learn hopefully more about what Schuylkill County has to offer in parks and recreation. So get your thinking cap on, get your guesses in. It's only $5 for 3, and I hope, BJ, you'll come back and tell us who won.
I will, absolutely. I'd love to talk to you more about it.
All righty. BJ Folk from the Schuylkill Haven, the borough of Schuylkill Haven. He's the recreation manager, but also the Friends of Schuylkill Parks and Recreation. Get your votes in today.
Was talking to Isabella Lassant during that segment, but from what I heard, it sounded interesting. I'll have to rewatch it on SSPTV.com. Here's your midday winning lottery numbers on FYI now. When we come back after this break, Dave Seaman, the sports editor from the Standard Speaker, is here, and we'll go all around the horn with local sports and talk about Penn State football.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
We had to move Dave Day this week to Thursday because, Dave, the Marion Phillies, they just keep winning. We welcome back Dave Seaman, Standard Speaker sports editor. And yeah, Dave, so the Marion girls volleyball team going back to the Single A state championship game. They'll play Greensburg Central Catholic on Saturday at 11 a.m. out in Johnstown. Dave, I was at the semifinal game when they beat Berlin Brothers Valley, and I asked their coach, John Falabelle, about his seniors. He has two of them, Jenna O'Donnell and Miranda Antigua, and just about the effort that they give. And we cover a lot of teams, Dave, but these two seniors, after every game, you could just see the emotion on their faces, how happy they are. They're great interviews afterwards. Well, here's what he had to say about his seniors this year.
That's what being a senior at Marion is. It's your team, okay? I turn the team over to the seniors. They tell me I'm getting too soft as I get older, but they did their job. They lead the team. They're emotional leaders of the team. We have talent. They're talented. It's just, it's a senior team, and that's their stuff.
So, Dave, they've been a big part of the run. A lot of people surprised by this Marion team this year being able to go so far. They lost in the semifinals last year. Were you kind of surprised, or is this just expected now out of Marion?
I think more importantly, it's what they expect. You get involved in a program like that, expects to win every year. You're going to take ownership of the program as the seniors, as we mentioned. Those girls have been very instrumental in their success this season. And then the younger girls follow because they know it's a tradition that they have to uphold. You're talking, and I often write about this in stories, but a team like Marion volleyball, Crestwood field hockey, they have it penciled in. Like they're going to be in the state playoffs come November. And the Phillies, again, making a great run, and they're on the cusp of another state championship. Well,
Dave, starting soon, it will be winter sports. Winter sports practice getting ready to start up. What are you looking forward to? Maybe some storylines for us to look out for as we head to the winter sports season.
As far as the Schuylkill League goes, yeah, like I said, Panther Valley will be going in Division III now, playing Weatherly. Marion's in that division, Monroe area, Shenandoah Valley. Shenandoah Valley came off a great season last year. They have a lot of players back from last year. Not much size, but they like to get up and down the floor. You're going to see more success from Shenandoah Valley this year. Monroe area, second year with Ethan Eichhorst as the coach. They've had a lot of success there, so they know how to win also. And Marion's going to have a mix of athletes as always, so that's going to be a very competitive division. In the Wyoming Valley Conference, you have Hazleton area and Crestwood, again, likely to be the two teams at the top of the top division in the Wyoming Valley Conference. But the Wyoming Valley Conference also changed this year too. We're also on Hazleton's schedule this year, and Crestwood's schedule will be Myers and GAR. A new realignment in the WBC. So that's another big thing. Conference playoffs coming up this year. That's a new thing. So a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, that will be very interesting. Dave, our local college, the Lady Lions, Penn State Hazleton, off to a 4-0 start. I actually emailed the athletic directors there, and I said, how do I say this name? Because I'm going to be saying it a lot. It's Ijana Laster. She's been pacing the Lady Lions offensively. They were at the PSU, Penn State University Athletic Conference title game last year in University Park, Dave. They might be able to make a trip back out there. And I think Coach Rush will have a very good men's team this year, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of experience on both teams. I think that's definitely the case. The women last year had a fantastic season. Like you said, ended up at University Park for the PSUAC championship game. Maybe a little bit of a chip on their shoulder this year to get back there and try to win it all this year. And again, Coach Rush has brought in some players to go along with the players that he has coming back. They've been part of the program now for a few years. So experience always helps, especially at that level, because the other programs, the other campuses, you don't know what they're getting as far as freshmen. But you have experienced players. Experience always trumps young players in some cases.
Well, Dave, before this college football season started, you sat here and you told me Penn State will be in consideration for the college football playoff. You did not say that. Your predictions weren't that good, Dave. But you did say, listen, as the offensive line goes, this team goes. And they've been great so far this season. But now a ton of injuries, Dave. A lot of them in that Indiana game. And all of a sudden I'm scratching my head. I'm thinking, Dave's telling me about this offensive line. How worried should Nittany Lion fans be as they go to Rutgers and finish up now with Michigan State?
I don't think they really have to worry too much about Rutgers. I shouldn't. That might come back to bite me because we've had a lot of different situations this year. Only last Saturday where the number 2, 3, and 4 teams were upset. Rutgers comes in as a 28-point underdog, but throw that out the window. It's a rivalry game for Rutgers. If you remember a couple years ago, now it's a different Penn State team and a different Rutgers team, but it was a 4-point game. It was a back and forth, knock down, drag them out kind of game. It's Rutgers' rivalry game. It'll be their season. It doesn't matter that Rutgers is 2-8 right now. Michigan State, Penn State has to get the offensive line healthy for Michigan State. Another team that has struggled this year, but Michigan State knows how to win. A lot of these players, this will salvage the Spartan season if they can knock off Penn State, possibly knock them out of a major bowl game. So Penn State has to be ready. Now, you talk about the offensive line. Coach Franklin has to make a couple of big decisions now, whether he's going to pull red shirt off some of the freshmen, outstanding freshmen. They look forward, they're going to have great careers. Is it time to use these players or not? That's a big decision that he has to make.
So that's going to be exciting as Penn State comes down to the wire. Dave, thank you as always for your time. Make sure you're reading the Standard Speaker for the latest local and national sports stories. It's Thursday. Go crazy. It's boneless wing night at Bottlenecks. 50 cents a wing. You can add a small order of fries for only $1.50.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Mock Chunk Opera House, located in Jim Thorpe, is presenting the music of Simon and Garfunkel on Friday, November 25th. Swearingen and Kelly recreate the music, memories, and magic of the most famous folk rock duo of our time. Doors open at 7 with show starting at 8. Tickets are $25 and can be purchased by calling 570-325-0249 or online at mcohjt.com. And finally, Theodore's Restaurant will be holding a Holiday Delight Ladies Night on Thursday, December 1st from 6 to 9 p.m. Come and enjoy a night of fun, shopping, hors d'oeuvres, and a chance to win a gift certificate from Theodore's. All money raised will be donated to Brandon's Forever Home. For more info, please call 570-708-7500 or 570-956-5117. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Frank Paul Tokash, formerly of Hazleton. Services Saturday at 4 p.m. in the community room of Center City Apartments in Hazleton. The Cropton Hughes Funeral Home assisted the family with the arrangements. William Victor Novatnak, formerly of Hazleton. Services are Monday at 10:30 a.m. at the Notre Dame Church in Bethlehem. Friends may call at the church from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. John E. Gretchen of Freeland. Funeral is Friday at 10 a.m. at the St. Peter and Paul Ukrainian Church. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. Arrangements are by the Moore, Sneer, and Ruggiero Funeral Home. Anna Boguist, formerly of McAdoo. Arrangements will be announced by the Stanley E. Anilowski Funeral Home. Rose Strimpler, formerly of Drifton. Mass is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. at the Queen of Heaven Parish at Our Lady of Grace Church. Friends may call from 9 to 9:30. Arrangements are under the direction of the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. And Stanley J. Kolensky of Whitehaven. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Charles Haman of Drums. Charles, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
1 week until stuffing. There's a lot of ways to help out your community this holiday season. One way is our Giving Shelter campaign. We'll go to our Facebook page and find out more information about that. We'll see you on Friday. Take it easy, everyone.